Welcome back to Bible Shorts, Episode 5. The Search for a Bride, Part 1. This is the first part of 2 videos about finding a bride for Abraham's son Isaac. Now, a number of years have passed since that strange episode on, that mountain, right? In which God provided a lamb for the sacrifice. It wasn't Isaac. God provided another lamb instead. Very strange story, right? Well, now, it's been a number of years since then, and Isaac is probably at least in his early to mid-20s. And his mom, Sarah, remember, who was pretty old when she had him, has died. And I imagine he's pretty sad. And Abraham, one day, calls his chief servant, the oldest servant in his household, the guy who was in charge of everything. Abraham said, "Give me your hand. I want you to promise, to swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and earth, that you will not get a wife for my son Isaac from among the daughters of the Canaanites among whom I am living, but instead you will go to my country and my own relatives and get a wife for my son there." And the servant replied, and he says, "Well, perhaps the woman will not be willing to come back here with me. What do I do then? Do I take your son Isaac up to, where she is?" And Abraham insisted. He says, "No, do not take my son back there. Because remember, the Lord, the God of heaven, spoke to me. And, he had me leave my father's land and come to this place. And he swore to me that my descendants would inherit this land where we are now. So I think God will send his messenger ahead of you, and you will find a bride for my son amongst my relatives. But if for some reason the woman isn't willing, then the oath and the promise you've made, you can ignore. But don't, under any circumstances, take my son away from here." Then the servant took 10 of his master's camels and left, taking with him all kinds of choice gifts from his master. He set out for Aram and made his way to the town of Nahor. And finally, he made his camels kneel down outside a city by a well of water. And it was about evening, the time when the women of the city would come out to draw water. And he prayed, "O Lord God of my master Abraham, give me success today and show kindness to my master Abraham. See, I'm here beside this spring, and the daughters of the townspeople are coming out to draw water. O God, Lord of my master Abraham, let the girl whom I ask, let me have a drink, and who replies, 'Drink, and I will water your camels.' Let her be the one that you have chosen for Isaac. And by this I'll know that you have shown steadfast love to my master." Before he had even finished praying, Rebekah came out with her jar on her shoulder. And Rebekah was the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah, who had bore him to Nahor, Abraham's brother. Ooh, so this is like the granddaughter of Abraham's brother. But remember, the servant doesn't know this. So she comes out and she's got a jar because she's going to draw water. And she's very pretty, the story says. And the servant says to her, "Can you give me a little sip of water?" And Rebecca says, "Yes, here, have some water." And after he finished drinking, she said, "Let me water your camels too." So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough, ran back to the spring to draw more water, and drew enough for all his camels. And without saying a word, the man watched her closely to learn whether or not the Lord had made his journey successful. As soon as the camels had finished drinking, the servant took out from the packs on the camels a beautiful gold nose ring and 2 very expensive and large gold bracelets for her arms, and said, "Tell me whose daughter you are, and is there room in your father's house for us to spend the night?" And Rebekah replied, "Well, I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah and her husband Nahor. And yes, we have plenty of straw and fodder and a place for you to spend the night." And the servant to himself is thanking God, thinking, wow, the Lord, the God of my master Abraham, has led me straight to Abraham's family. This is fabulous. Then Rebekah ran quickly back to her mother's house and told everyone about this man she had met by the well. Rebekah had a brother named Laban, and as soon as he saw the nose ring and the bracelets on his sister's arms, and had heard Rebekah tell what the man had said to her, he hurried out to the man at the spring to bring him back to their house. He set a meal before the servant, but the man said, "I need to tell you my errand first, why I'm here." And Laban says, "Speak." Coming soon, The Search for a Bride, Part 2.